Next Sab Talk is a Sponge Talk. More info in the news section. Hello random person, Sab Nino here. Welcome to the 51st episode of Sab Talk. For a question this week, who is your favorite Mario character? Yeah, this is very random, but I thought it would spice things up. As a reminder, for those who haven't seen Sab Talk 50, you do not have to answer this question to be featured in the Q&A anymore. For news this week, as I said earlier, for Sab Talk 52, I will be returning Sponge Talk. Now, if you want another video that is nothing but SpongeBob, without any original content or anything along those lines, just pure SpongeBob 24/7 in one video, here you go. So for this week's Sab Talk, if you comment, I will only be accepting SpongeBob questions. But if you have a non-SpongeBob related question, then I'll answer it in the next one after that. Now that the news is out of the way, let's get to Sab story time. Collecting. We all do it. Or at least I'm sure most of my fan base probably does it. I'm a pretty big collector, and have been for most of my life. The first thing I ever collected was those small SpongeBob cards they made back in 2006. I gotta have the collection. These two to be exact. Since I was in foster care at the time, my collection wasn't too crazy. But once I finally reunited with my mom after 4 years, oh boy, I was something else. As a kid, I was a huge collector of SpongeBob. Anything I can get my grubby little hands on, I got it. Books, DVDs, a TV, sadly not the box one, games, plushes, trash cans, lamps, rectal thermometers. Nah, I wish, but everything else was true. Plush toys made up 50% of my bed. Books flooded my cabinet. Lego sets were all over the floor. I was a complete SpongeBob hoarder, and I wish I had it documented for proof. My proudest collections were the Lego sets and Burger King toys. Yes, I say Lego sets instead of Legos. I'm not an uncultured swine. I had every single Lego set, and I'm pretty sure if you gave me the right pieces, I could build SpongeBob's pineapple from memory. The Burger King toys were a ton of fun, since unlike Lego, where I often had to wait for sets while I collect Indiana Jones to fill the void, strange choice since I've never watched the movies, Burger King always had some sort of SpongeBob promotion going on. It's like a pyramid, see? SpongeBob makes a special, Burger King makes toys off a said special, then I, the impressionable consumer, slowly kills himself and collects. But to cut it short, I'll tell you the most interesting stories from my scavenger hunt. One time I was collecting the SpongeBob vs. the Big One collection, and I wasn't even close to finishing it. So me and Mama Sab went to Burger King to see if there was any left. There weren't. So I did the most reasonable thing I could do. Cry on the floor while my mom begged for the display they still had up. I got it. I wasn't able to customize it, unfortunately, but who cares, I completed it. The other set was Truth or Square. One time, me, mom, my stepdad, I call him Eric, were eating at Burger King, and the kids behind us just completed their collection. I was almost done with mine, so Eric smooth talked the employees and gave me the last two I needed. Did I say smooth talk? I meant kill them with kindness, but I'm assuming my 10-year-old mind thought of it as sweet talking. Sadly, everything I just mentioned is gone. It was either eaten by rats or my grandfather lied and threw them out. Dude, you could have made bank. Bikini Bottom Express now costs roughly $200. It was used, but I'm sure you could still make bank. Despite this, I still collect stuff, and still own a few things from my childhood, like the 10th anniversary TV guide and a Nick magazine. Though my collection is much smaller now, and a little bit more varied. 75% of it is still SpongeBob, of course it is, but I branched out to things like Steven Universe, anime figurines. Right now I'm really big into Lego Mario. My collecting phases are very on and off. Lately I've been really big into DS games, getting 3 SpongeBob ones, and recently bought Super Princess Peach. So if anyone has any recommendations on DS games, let me know. I have a DSi, so sadly GBA titles are out. Overall, collecting's fun. Just don't go nuts with it. That's the moral. And while we're on the subject of collecting, if you're interested, I have some cards up. Both of them I made with Scuff196. One's on my channel where I talk about Japanese Lego clones, and one on his channel where we try collecting those weird fat bobblehead SpongeBob things. You know the ones with the gummy Krabby Patties. So yeah, if you're interested, check those out. Time for questions. SpongeBob, aka Robert J. Squarepants, says, SpongeBob, Big Chungus, Among Us, Matt from Wii Sports, Beanos, and Mr. Giggles versus Shaggy. Who would win? Venus? Ollie Disney CR says, have you seen the SpongeBob bootleg creepypasta? Also, what are your opinions on it? I haven't read the creepypasta, but I've seen the image. Pretty creepy. SpongeBob Master says, have you seen cartoon beatbox battles? If so, what's your favorite episode? I have seen cartoon beatbox battles. Personally, I don't think it's amazing, but I can tell that Verbal Ace has a ton of passion put into it, and oh boy, his animation compared to where he started and where he is now is genuinely amazing. I don't know what my favorite one is, but I find it interesting how Patrick's winning of all characters. Christian, the Thomas and Friends fan, all extra 2 says, have you seen Pat the Dog from season 13? I really want to, but sadly it's not on Amazon, it's not on Paramount Plus, and I can't find it on Watch Cartoon, and I don't have cable.
Hello, I'm Patrick from SpongeBob. Very recently, thought it was good.
CJ says, are you an Eddsworld fan? I've seen a few episodes, and out of what I've seen, they're pretty good. I'm no diehard, but I definitely appreciate Eddsworld. Whoop whoop, Sab Talk is back on schedule. If you have any other questions, please comment below. Make sure the questions are SpongeBob related, because Sponge Talk. And as always, it's all Sab from here.